Thank you so much for checking out the Montana Lifestyles podcast. My name is Tim Lee. Elizabeth, by the time this show is over, this will be online, and I hate that. How's the show been for you so far? Tell me a little bit about what the show's been like for you.
It's been great. I mean, the whole combination of just meeting everyone in person has been fantastic. Collectors coming through, meeting all the artists, and everyone really connecting and inspiring each other.
Yeah.
So that's been fantastic. And I've sold several big pieces. So,
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'm feeling great about it.
So how long have you been painting?
I've been painting pretty much my whole life, but I do oil finger painting, which is kind of unique, and I transitioned to that from like the tiny little meticulous brush painting in 2017.
Why?
I saw a little video of a famous finger painter named Iris Scott painting.
Oh, cool.
And I said, well, that looks like fun. I should try it, and just immediately fell in love. And it works so well for my large wildlife pieces because of the fur texture, and
It really does. Your fox that you have, you got a jumping fox that looks like it's trying to get some prey, and you have all this ornate detail going on because your texturing that you're giving with your fingers as you're pulling it through, creating that hair.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just another form of application, and that's awesome.
Thank you.
That saves you money on brushes, too.
Yeah, but I use a lot of paint. So
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. What kind of paint do you like to use? I mean, oil specifically, but what brand and such?
Yeah, I use water-soluble oils.
Oh, okay, yes.
So I don't like to clean up with turpentine.
That actually makes sense.
And
that makes it even more expensive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's great. You know, it doesn't smell quite as bad, and it's better for you. And I like Winsor & Newton the best that I've used, but I use, a mix of brands, but Winsor & Newton is definitely my...
I feel like they're very available when it comes to the water soilables.
Yeah, they are, exactly. It's hard to find those.
Yeah.
I mean, you can find them online, but you really have to search.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you that I was wondering, okay, so how does she pull off the phthalos? Because they're supposed to be kind of toxic, and stuff like that. So that's very cool. I love that.
Yeah.
The water soilable, I haven't thought about that. That would make an awful lot of sense. You do like working on a very large scale.
I do, yes.
What calls you to the larger scale?
Part of it just works well with the finger painting style.
Certainly.
Because my hands are larger than brushes.
Mm-hmm.
But I also just think it's great to see animals life size or close or maybe a little bit larger. But I work as a wildlife guide in Yellowstone National Park.
Dang.
So I'm seeing these animals life size every day, and I want to translate that to the canvas.
What a gig to take to the canvas. I love that.
Yeah, it's a great combination.
That's wicked. Well, and I know that you're trying to relocate back towards Gardner.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
I've been kind of part-time in Portland, part-time in Gardner, just for my husband's job.
Yep.
But we'll be full-time in Gardner very, very soon.
Awesome.
And I've basically been out in Gardner every summer without my husband for the last few years.
Sure.
So.
No, I understand. I understand. And then now let's talk a little bit about not only about the scale that you're using, but when it comes to the canvases, do you use canvas? Do you use board? What do you like to use? Because, when you're working with your fingers and your hands, I'm sure that tactile feel is important to you.
Yeah, I mostly use canvases, but I'm thinking about using board or trying it out. I've done it a little bit on the small scale, and it's a pretty cool feel and look, so I think maybe I'll try it on some big ones and just see.
So no one definitely gives you grief for not putting enough paint on your
No.
canvas.
No, they're not complaining about that.
That's awesome. That is awesome, and very, very gifted to say the least.
Thank you.
So now, what made you decide that this was something that you wanted to pursue like this? Because you've been painting most of your life and drawing most of your life. Now, how did you go from, hey, this needs to be something where I'm going to invest my time and open a booth and make this kind of stuff?
Yeah, well, it honestly, I had tried several times in my old style, the detailed landscapes and stuff, and I just made a go at it several times and never really took off. People weren't responding, that well to my work. And then when I started finger painting, it was just a complete switch. Suddenly people were interested and they really saw something in it. And I think it was just...
Isn't that something?
Well, I think part of it was how much fun I was having painting.
Yeah.
And that had to have come through.
That translates.
So,
it translates, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I have to agree with you because in all the paintings I got over here on my wall, the one that people see the most is the one that I had the most fun doing.
Yeah. exactly.
And it was honestly the one I was most uncertain about.
Is that the boxer
It's
up
the
there?
boxer.
Yeah. Yeah, it jumps out at me as well.
Yeah. Can I tell you guys that there is something absolutely beautiful in the relationships that occur in our group of friends. We actually all went out last night and had a great time out at dinner, and it was something where I invited Bailey invited you, and we had an incredible group of people last night. It was so heartwarming, and that is the thing that in the post of this, as we all walk away and have to pack up our little homes that we've set up here for the last 4 days, when you're looking at what we do here, we are more than painters. We come here just as, and I would say it's just as important or more important that we see each other and connect with each other and find our friendships again that we haven't seen in the last couple months or so, and then some.
Yeah, there are artists that I've been friends with online for ages, and I finally am here in person with them. And it's like we've been friends forever, and it's fantastic.
It doesn't take anything because it feels like we're all kind of in the same boat. In the area that we work or the area that we are inspired, there are very few people that understand it to the level as our online friends that we're going to see at the shows.
Exactly.
And it's a glorious thing. Glorious thing. So I want to help people see your work, and I would tell them to come to the show, but at the point we get this out, the show is done. So let's start with social media. Do you have like an Instagram, Facebook? Let's get them in the know.
Yeah, everything is just Mordensky Fine Art. So my last name, Mordensky Fine Art. So at Mordensky Fine Art for Instagram, MordenskyFineArt.com for my website. It's a blue bison on all my logos, so
I love it.
It's easy to spot me.
I love it. It's very, very cool. And then MordenskyFineArt.com as well. I want to help you get those post-show sales, even the folks that haven't seen. Now, here's the fault that I'm going to call you guys out on. And I say this in most of my interviews. The reality is, you could be the best photographer on planet Earth, but there is nothing compared to seeing it in person.
Absolutely.
There really is not an explanation on how you can feel the emotions and the passion. Like we're saying, it translates.
It does.
And can't explain it. Is it a spiritual thing? Is it just because we've put the brushstrokes in there that show that we're having fun, that we've connected with it? But no, it is true that when you come up and you look at a painting up close and in person, there's something that just happens.
Yeah, and with my work, it's so textured that you don't even see that in the photograph necessarily, and then everyone, they can see and they can really tell it's finger painting, and absolutely. Seeing it in person, there's no comparison.
Yeah, so when you're going, I can't hold a paintbrush, and you're going, I can't work a pencil, or all I can do is draw a stick figure, when you see her work, you're going to have to try your fingers. And the thing I love the most in the statement that you said is you've invested your time trying the medium in the traditional sense, and people didn't connect.
Yeah.
As soon as you tried something that's above and beyond the obvious and something that connects with you, things change.
It was an amazing change just in the response I got. So.
And that is a fact. And we are already doing something far beyond what the normal person is doing.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone,
Yes. So we want you to see the level of complexity that goes into everything. This is not, you're not going to be creating what she's creating by just getting the paint guy. No, this is years of practice. I don't know about you, but I hate when people say, wow, that was you must have been born with that talent.
Oh, I know. You're like, there's the 10,000 hours rule for a reason, and I can look back at my first finger paintings and I can see a big change.
Yes.
So
folks, please come and check out our work. Once again, Mordensky Fine Art, MORDENSKY. And then, of course, it sounds like you can also give them some fun tours around Yellowstone.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's Yellowstone's, all the gates are open now. I know a lot of people keep asking, is the road fixed from the flood? So yes, all the gates are open, so definitely come and visit.
And you know what? I'm really thankful to hear that you're getting yourself back over towards Gardner. What a beautiful place!
Yeah, absolutely. It's home. The Portland thing was just a temporary mishap.
Yep. Yep. And you know what? Hey, we all find our way back to home.
Absolutely,
we do. Folks, we got more coming your way here on the podcast because we do this all year long now. This isn't just during the show. We do a podcast on everything from Treasure State Lifestyles Montana Magazine, and we love doing it. So if you wouldn't mind, follow follow us and check it out. Not only do we upload stuff to Facebook and to the Treasure State Lifestyles page, but we upload to MontanaLifestylesPodcast.com. We have a YouTube channel. We have it all, and would love for you to follow us. And thank you so very much. In saying that, let's go ahead and give the shout-outs to our sponsors. JMLumber.com, Johnson Madison Lumbers, who we utilize when I need to do any kind of construction, or if I'm making another frame, or if I need advice. They have so much experience and so much knowledge, and they're incredible people. Please check them out, jmlumber.com. And then also, Farron's Furniture provided these very comfortable chairs during the show. Appreciate it so much. These are wonderful. They call them their stressless line of chairs.
They're nice.
And they're very comfortable. So go check out Farron's Furniture, and of course, look at their stressless line. I can tell you I have a very bad tailbone, and I've sat in this chair, and I do not feel the pain that I'm used to feeling when I sit down, so it's wonderful. And then, of course, you need to put your schedule for next year, because I can tell you that Elizabeth and I already have a date planned next Saturday next year, when we're all going to sit down to dinner again, and we're going to look forward to seeing each other again.
Absolutely.
And we want you to not miss out on what we wait all year for, and what makes this show so special. So we'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching the Montana Lifestyles podcast. Mordensky Fine Art is who you need to go and check out and see what you can do with your fingers in a very incredible way. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
More coming your way. We'll be back with more.